I mean, how could someone so admired be so lonely? How could someone with a circle around them still feel completely unknown? But the truth is, this wound lives everywhere. It lives in leaders and in caretakers, in artists, in those who've learned how to earn love through performance, in those who are constantly read, but rarely read deeply. See, there's a kind of exhaustion that builds when we become our own PR team, when every room that we enter is asking for the version of us that's easiest to digest. And it's not just about the exhaustion, it's also a, there's a dehumanizing element to this. Because if no one actually sees us for our whole truths, then even when we're surrounded, we'll still feel isolated and alone. The hardest part, though, is how quiet this pain can be. I mean, it doesn't cry out like heartbreak. It doesn't collapse like grief does. It drips slowly and consistently over time. And so we tell ourselves that we should be grateful, right? After all, we're included, right? We're invited, we're liked. But gratitude doesn't really quiet that pain of being misunderstood. It doesn't fill the gap between performance and presence. And it doesn't really touch the parts of us that have never really been named. And so we carry it alone and silently, because what language do we even use for this kind of a thing? I mean, how do you say, I'm surrounded by people, but no one actually knows the sound of my silence? Or how do you say, I'm praised for what I offer, but no one ever thinks to check in on what I need? Or how do you say, I feel safest when I'm liked, but most alive when I'm real, and I just can't figure out how to be both of these things? There's a recent social study that researchers found the number of close confidence that people report has dropped by like more than half in a single generation. So back in 1990, the average person would say that they had at least 3 people that they could confide in. But today, in 2025, that number is barely 1. And here's the real twist. Like, social media connections are at an all-time high, aren't they? We are visible everywhere, but we're known nowhere.